Hello and welcome to the Growing Green podcast. Your host, Jeremiah Jennings, is the owner of Growing Green Landscapes in Birmingham, Alabama, and has a passion for growing the entrepreneurship community for those who are young in business. Being a business owner isn't easy, especially in the early years, and that's why in this show we dive into a wide range of topics covering all the challenges small business owners deal with. Even if your company is generating $1 million or more, the stories from our great guest and Jeremiah's own firsthand experiences will propel your business forward. And now, here's your host, Jeremiah Jennings.
What's going on, everybody? Thank you so much for tuning in to an episode today here on the Growing Green podcast. This is your host, Jeremiah Jennings, and I am super excited to be coming to you today with another fresh new episode for your Friday. Hope you all are doing fantastic. Thanks for tuning into the show, and welcome to the jungle. It is the end of another great work week here in Spring Rush, if you're listening real time, and it has been a good one. It's been wild the last couple of weeks, just getting leads in, getting estimates out the door, getting approvals on estimates, getting rejections on estimates, all that goes along and goes into that. That's been a popular topic the last couple of weeks is, are you closing work? Are you selling work? Are you getting it at your new rate? What all goes into that? I kind of want to dive into some of that today a little bit and kind of just walk through what we're doing, how we're pricing, and things like that, because I know that is it's what a lot of people like to hear is pricing specifics and things like that. So we might dive into some of that today and see where that takes us. But I just want to say thanks for tuning into the show. It means the world that you listen in each and every week. If you're new to the show, welcome. We do a show 3 times a week here, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. On Mondays, myself and my wife, Savannah, do a Marriage Monday episode where we talk all things business, marriage, life, parenthood, everything in between. Just kind of what we're walking through on a week-to-week basis, day-to-day stuff in our life. We try to share our story and kind of walk through that. And it's been very good for us. It's been very good to just kind of reflect on everything that we do, everything that we do week to week, and we just try to share it out there. So we can learn from you guys that give us feedback, and then hopefully y'all can learn from us if we give anything that is of value or anything that we made mistakes on that you can say, oh, wow, we don't need to do that. Let's do something different and be better than the Jennings. And so that is kind of what our show is in a very, very quick rundown. Wednesday and Fridays, we just come on here, hang out, do guest interviews, and try to produce as much value as possible for you, because that is what we're here for, and time is very valuable. I do not take it for granted that you take 30 minutes to an hour to listen to our show every 3 times a week. That adds up, and I very, very, very much appreciate it. It really does mean the world to me that we get the honor and the privilege to do that. And so I never want you to think that we take that for granted, because I don't. I think like that, like literally on a daily basis. I think the ability that we have to come and produce a high quality show that has good audio, good quality, and good content, that I think that I do my best job that I can while still running a business in the actual field day to day, of trying to produce the best stuff that we can produce. And so hopefully a lot of it is, sometimes maybe it's groundbreaking. Sometimes it's new stuff that you've never heard. Sometimes it's things that you're not quite there in business yet that we're trying to do innovative wise and things like that. At other times, it is just like, hey, this is the day-to-day. This is the grind. This is what I'm doing. This is what you're doing. This is what we're all doing. Know that you're not doing it alone, per se, because I know that's tough. When you are in business, especially this time of year, it's not easy to make it through unscathed, because you're usually doing it alone. And if not alone, you do have a spouse or something like that. Even if you do, it's hard to relay some of the things that's going through your head, the pressure that's on you, just the weight that is on your shoulders, that is to provide for your family, to grow your business, to not go out of business, to handle cash flow, all of the things above there that has gone through each and every one of our minds before in the past. And so hopefully you are at a great point in business right now. You're putting good people in place. You're putting good systems and processes in place. And I hope that you succeed in that and you do very well this year. We recently bought some property back in February, and we have made that into our little oasis of a shop yard. We do not have a shop yet. That'll be in the next couple of years, but it's nice being able to have everything in one place. We can dump on site there. We're removing a lot of debris with the work that we're doing now, our landscape installs. So it's nice to be able to put all our stuff there. We can burn it up there and save on dump fees and things. So that is a huge asset as well. I mean, that when you factor in like our payment for what we're paying for the land, like those dump fees honestly pay a portion of that. Being able to save that and burn up there, it saves some money. So there is some cost value there as well. But that is kind of what we're up to this spring. It's kind of who we are, what we're about. And I have pretty much worked myself out of the mowing field. There's a few properties that I have to be on just to kind of, they're pretty high-end properties. There's some specifics that I have to be there for. I'm trying to get that totally gone to where I don't have to be there at all for mowing. And that is, I know that a lot of you guys have done that. A lot of you guys don't have to be there for mowing at all. You can be off of all your properties, and you got guys that can take it and run with all of it. That's fantastic. We're in the training process right now of doing that. That's the goal, obviously. That's the goal to get to. So I would say we are officially running this year. We officially have like the 2 crew mark. We've got a maintenance crew, and we're going to end up having a landscape enhancement maintenance install group as well. Pretty much anything landscape is going to be its own crew. And so I'm going to be on that crew most of the time. I'm trying to even bring people on board that I can put out there without me there. And I don't know if I talked about this before or not, or maybe if I was talking about it on a phone call or something. But my goal is to get to the point this season to where I can train a foreman good enough for me to be able to go out, set the job up, mark the plants, make sure everything's in the right spot, design how we have it designed on our end, and then lay it all out and say, hey, you and your helper, y'all got this. And let them do all the install, let them do the actual labor portion of it while I go sell more work to keep them busy. Because that's the only problem is, like, guys, we're doing landscape where we're getting landscape installs. That's all awesome. But what happens, and tell me if you're the same way with this, is when you are stuck in the field all day putting in that work, you're not selling new work. And that is the issue that I'm running into. So the issue I ran into last year is like you work spring rush, the first beginning weeks of spring, you're not that busy. You get lots of calls. Hey, we need this. Hey, we need that. Can we do this? Can we do that? And yeah, let's do it. So you got on all these estimates. You sell this work. We've sold 3 to 4 weeks worth of work right now. And now we got to install it all. And so now when I'm out there installing, who's doing the selling? That's me, and that's the problem. And that is why we're trying to grow the company and get it to the point where it's not just me out there doing everything, because if we want to actually grow and succeed and take the company to new heights, then I cannot be tied to the landscape install and the sales and estimating role all in one. And so I believe that we're going to get there. It's going to be a process. I follow a lot of you guys that have done it, and I take a lot of advice from you, whether you know it or not. And that is something that I would say, that's a piece of advice that I would give today. I'm not into giving advice to other people as much. I'm into sharing what I do and if it works or not. I'm not a big fan of sharing what I think you should or should not do, and that's just not the mentality that I want to take on life, because who am I to tell you should or should not do something? You need to do what fits your life best and your business model and things like that. So, but one thing that I would say is I was taught this as a kid growing up. I went to private Christian school, K through ninth grade. We learned, like, my education there was so great. I'm so thankful for my parents investing in that. And I learned so much. I was around such great peers, great teachers, had a very, very good education. And one thing that they always talked about, because it was very true, even on the smaller level, is you never know who is watching you. And in that school, we were very tight. We were very close-knit. It was a very small school. And so your 7th, 8th, 9th graders were looking up to your 11th, 12th graders. Your K4, K5, first, second graders were looking up to your 5th, 6th, 7th, 8th graders. And so when I was in those younger grades, I was looking up to the seniors, the ones that were the juniors and seniors in high school. And then when I got to that point where I was in 9th grade there, then they were always like, hey, you never know who's watching. We would be outside, or we would be going to lunch or something, and the little kids would be in the hallway, and they would be, oh, what's up? Like, they would be screaming, trying to, like, give you a high five or whatever, because they think y'all are the best thing ever. They look at people with huge aspirations. They want to be like you. And so that is something that, whether you like it or not, whether you think it or not, there's somebody out there that is wanting to achieve what you have, and they're wanting to chase the dream that you're following. And so make sure that you are trying to always present yourself in a manner that allows the next person to be able to live up to you and live up to you in a good way, not a bad way. When you sit there and you cuss, you got a bad mouth, you're looking at things you shouldn't be looking at, you're talking about bad people the wrong way, you're talking bad about people, and it's like, why do you want to live that way? You never know who is listening to your conversation, especially in today's world. You got that phone, there's no telling who is listening, what's listening, what microphone is turned on, and so why would you want to live that way? Why would you want to voluntarily degrade people, talk down about people, and things like that? And so just try to be a very uplifting spirit this year and in your future life. I mean, you never know who is watching. There's guys out there on Instagram and that follow this show that I watch on a daily basis seeking advice from. Whether you know it or not, it may not be like, I may not come to you and say, hey, you're mentoring me. Thanks a lot. I love your stuff. I may not tell you that. There's a lot of you guys that I'm looking at your stuff on Instagram. I'm like, man, this is really good content. Like, you're doing awesome. The business is doing good. The business is growing. You've got the people in place. You've got the sales in place. And also, here's another thing. Can we please graduate from, oh, man, you got a nice new mower to, oh, man, you got a nice new salesperson or a nice new 100 customers or a nice new sales goal? Like, let's elevate our talk in business. Who gives a crap what mower you run and whether it's brand new or not? Do you like getting new things? Yeah, you like getting new things. It's nice. Things aren't breaking down. You get more reliability out of them. You're not in the shop as often. There are benefits to it, 100%. You don't need the newest 3500 Duramax Premier High Country. Like, you just don't. Now, is that a good perk to have when you're making money? Go get it. I'm all about it. But that is not what you have to have. And so when people say, when they see people with a nice new Duramax, like, let's graduate our thinking and elevate it to, man, what did they do to get that Duramax that is the High Country Premier? What did they do to get that? What did they do to put in place? What systems did they put in their business? What people did they hire? What sales did they make that led to getting that? Not just, oh, man, I want the new Duramax. Because when you just say, I want the new Duramax, that's when you're going to making bad decisions for your company and your life. Oh, well, we just need to make a little more money, and then I can go put $5,000 down, put $3,000 on the credit card, and I can make the monthly payment of $1,400, and everything will be good, and I'll have the new truck. And I'll be like, name your person. That's what we cannot have. And that's what is a scary thing in this world is it's such a, like, facade. Social media is a facade. The trucks, the watches, the clothes, the houses, the cars, it's all a facade that people are putting on to make people think that's how they actually live. Again, I'm for all that stuff. I'm for you having nice things. I want you to succeed. Let's look at the things and the pieces that the people are putting in place that get you to that point first. Not just, hey, I want this stuff. Because that's when you start playing the compare game. That's when you start talking negative to yourself. That's when you start making bad decisions because you think you can do more than you actually can at the time. And so remember, there's someone always watching. And when you are showing off your nice, new, shiny things, always put an explanation behind it. And not just like, and you don't owe anyone an explanation. That's not what I'm saying. You did the work. You carved out the time. You put the effort and the sales in place. You grew the customer service. You grew the business. You and your team. You don't owe anybody an explanation for that. But if you're truly a good person trying to help the next person out, the next generation, then like, hey, let's share the principles that got me this. Because when you do that, that's how people learn. And instead of you getting a new truck, you help 100 people get a new truck. And a new life, and a new business, and a new family, and a new house, and all of the things that go along with succeeding in life in general. You grow your family because you have more time. You get to spend more time with your kids. That's what I say when you have a new family. Like, I'm not saying you go start a new family with someone else. I'm saying you grow your life. You change the way that you've always lived. And that is possible. Anybody in the world can do that. There's no one in the world stopping you except yourself. And here's the thing. You got to surround yourself with extremely good people. I've been preaching the inner circle. Me and Savannah have talked about the inner circle, made jokes about it, and talked about it seriously for literally 2 or 3 years now. That's the hot topic on social media right now. Mark Bradley's talking about the inner circle mastermind that he's doing. There's a lot of other entrepreneurs with big social followings talking about the inner circle. Cool, awesome, get the word out. I've been preaching it for 3 years. And we get made fun of. People, oh, you got an inner circle, I'm not in it, blah, blah, blah. Okay, cool, that's funny, it's a joke. Like, it is serious. Surround yourself with the right people that are going to help you succeed in life. And not in a selfish way. In a way that you can succeed together. If you want people that are surround you that are just going to help you succeed, you're just going to take. That's all you're going to do. If you just want to succeed and not take anybody with you, you're going to put yourself around people who can't really fend for themselves. They're just going to give you everything. They're going to be your yes man. They're going to be your servant, and you're going to live on the hog for it. That's not what I want in my inner circle. The people I want in my inner circle are the ones that are actually trying to grow and learn. And here's the thing. Goes back to what I started this whole little rant with, is like, stop talking about the kind of mower and the kind of stripes you put on your yard. Please, for the love of all that's good and kind, stop talking about that. And elevate the conversation to, yeah, we're putting these people in place in our company. We're putting this system in place to close leads and grow sales. We're putting this piece in place to save on taxes and hire a good accountant and a CPA and a bookkeeper and actually grow some strategies. Like, the stripes and the mower is a means to an end. It's a means to growing your company. It is not what gets you out of bed every day. It shouldn't be, at least if you're trying to grow the business. If you're a 1 or 2 man band, you want to just stay small, you want to make a couple $100,000, $100,000, $150,000, cut a few yards every week, go for it. Rock it. Succeed at it. Excel at it. I'm happy for you. I will support you all day long. But if you're truly trying to grow and truly trying to grow your company, you can grow with a smaller company. That's not what I'm saying. I've said that forever. You can grow your company and not grow the top line revenue. That is fine. Grow yourself. If you want to grow your company in size and stature, then you have to leave. That was good. You have to leave the mower talk and the truck talk and the trimmer talk behind. You never hear a high-level CEO or CFO or CTO talking about the kind of mowers they use. It doesn't happen. It doesn't happen. And so when you get that out of your mind, you elevate your thinking. You take your thinking to new heights. You bring new people into your inner circle, the ones that aren't just talking about the mowing and the stripes, but the ones that are talking about, hey, let's get together and mastermind a network about how we actually bring sales into our company. How do we get new leads? How do we close the leads that we're getting? And it's a little bit more of an elevated conversation of just, how do we get new leads? Where do we spend money? Like, and guys, I sound harsh. I sound like I'm coming down on you, but I'm fired up about this because this is so prevalent and relevant in our industry. Is the reason that people get made fun, the reason the lawn care, the green industry gets made fun of because people cut grass is because of this conversation right here, paired with the type of people that are entering the industry. Or that have been in the industry. We have really good people entering the industry, but the industry over the last 50 years has been not so great. And so when we get to this point, stop talking about these little menial things. Start talking about higher level things. That's going to grow your company. And so when I talk to people on the phone, when I go out to lunch with people, when I have meetings, that's what I want to be talking about. And guys, look, I'm not degrading you. I'm not saying I don't want to be friends with you. That's not what I'm saying at all. I want to get on the calls. I want to help you. I want to walk you through all these stages in business because I'm still at a lot of those stages. But the one thing that I have conquered and gotten over is the talk about equipment. The equipment makes you money. That is it. That's it. You need good equipment to stay out of the shop because when you're in the shop, you got downtime. Yes, all day long. That doesn't need to be the forefront of your conversation, though, when you're talking about business with people. End of story. I said it. Like it or not, take it or leave it. It's up to you. I don't really care. I'm just telling you what I'm thinking about, what I'm trying to do, how I'm trying to grow my company, and the people that I'm trying to surround myself with. Because when you do that, you see growth in areas you never even thought it could exist in. And so, I'll tell you what. 2 years ago, if you would have told me that I would be shooting for $680,000 in revenue this year, I would have laughed you off the block. I would have said, you're insane. You're literally crazy. There's zero chance that's going to happen. This year, that's our goal because of the people that we put in our inner circle and the people we surround ourselves with. Like, you can have that too. It may take some money. It may take some time. But guess what? It's an investment in your future. Don't you think it's worth it? Don't you think $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 a year is worth it? Maybe $10,000 a year? If I spent $10,000 a year on networking and growing myself and my network, my relationships, and my business, that if I go to $680,000, don't you think the $10,000 of that was worth it on that self-development and experience? I would say so. I mean, let's do the quick math here. 680 divided by 10,000 is, I don't know why I did that. That's 68. What is the math on that? 10,000 divided by 680. Is that the math on that? 0.015%. Like, come on. It's not even a question. It's not even a question. And I don't even know if that's the right math or not. Pause. Let's see if I can figure this math out. Let's do it live. Is it, what is 10% of 680? 10%, 0.10 times 680, 68,000. Yeah, so that's right. So 10,000 would be about 0.2%, 0.02%, something like that. So is the $10,000 worth it? I would say so. I don't know. Maybe $20,000 to reach $608,000 in sales. So it takes money. It takes time. You may have to pay to get in some of these peer groups, these mastermind groups. People's time is valuable. That is the most valuable thing that we have. It's the thing that we have the most of that we can't just give away. I can give you worksheets, I can give you spreadsheets, I can give you podcasts, but like, I can't do 17 podcasts a week because guess what? It's my time on the line here. And so high-level CEOs are not going to just give their time away for free. They have other things that they're doing. So go get in a peer group, pay some money, give people's time, and like accelerate your career by 10, 15, 20 years in a matter of 6 months coaching. And so this isn't, don't get scammed by the next guru, guys. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying be open to that. Be open to changing it up a little bit, looking at new things, looking at things you've never done before. Because again, if I didn't have who I had around me right now, would 680 be on the board? Absolutely not. And I don't even, I want to hit 680. We're striving to hit 680. If we don't hit 680, guess what? I'm not going to cry about it. Because we have pushed ourselves to new heights. We're going to chase a new goal. We're going to chase a bigger goal. And if we fail, we're going to fail going as hard as we can at it. And guess what? It's not a failure. It's only a failure if you don't learn anything. I've already learned things from this year. That is a takeaway that we have after we had this goal set in place that is a benefit. So it's a win. It's a win right there. I don't even know how I got on this rant. I hope there was some value in it. I hope it was maybe the pick-me-up you needed. It's the end of a tough week, probably. A lot of you guys slung a lot of mulch this week. You did a lot of yards. You cut a lot of yards. You did a lot of maintenance, probably. Getting things ready to go. All you guys up north start mowing probably the next week or two. And so this is just hopefully the kick in the butt that says, hey, let's elevate ourselves this year. Let's take our business to new heights, and let's do it with the good people around you. Get people on Instagram. Get people in your local community. Get people around you. Have group calls. Get a good group of guys that are in the same stage of business, same stage of life, a little bit further along than you. Get around those people. Elevate yourself. Elevate your businesses. Elevate the industry. Remember that someone is always watching. That is huge. That's how I got started on all of this. I don't even know how I got to this point, but it's pretty passionate. It's real. It's raw. Hopefully it's relatable, and that's what we're here for. Because I just try to give, and hopefully something good comes out of it, and we'll win in the end. We'll win in the end because I grow. I grow from giving. I grow from hearing from you guys. I grow from hearing the story of, hey, man, started the business a year ago, listened to the podcast, helped me so much. Now we're in year 2, and we've got 3 guys, and we're doing $350,000 in revenue. That's all the thank you that I need. That's all of the reward that I need. That is people growing. And so that's what I'm here for. If we can ever help, if I can ever help at all, shoot me a message. I respond to anybody that I can. Anybody. I respond to everybody. Unless I just totally miss it, like I literally don't see it, I'm going to respond to it. And so if I'm in the field, it may be end of day, next day. But shoot me a message. If I can help you, I can help you. I'll try any way that I can. We offer consulting calls. If you go to the link in my Instagram bio, happy to hop on there and talk through anything in your business that you talked about. Very nominal costs, things like $95. But again, it's time. Time is valuable. I can't just give that away because I've got to spend time in my company to grow it as well. And so, but I'm happy to do it. I would love to sit down and walk through some things with a lot of you guys there any way that we can. And so even if I can't give you like hammer down advice on it, I'm going to say, hey, maybe this person can get around these people, follow these people, take these courses, and point you in the right direction. And so there's value in that. There's value in that. I would not be where I was today if I didn't get on coaching calls and in mentor programs and things like that. So that is what we're here for, guys. I hope that this was of value to you. If you enjoyed it, leave us a big 5-star rating review because those just help us grow the show one relationship at a time. That's what we're here for, and we're always building the community here by growing relationships. That is what I'm about. If you want to sign up with LMM, use code Jeremiah there, and I think that it will save you some money, but it's not going to save you dollars up front. It's going to save you even more. Have you heard the offer? The offer is if you sign up with LMN, use our username, then you're going to get an onboard experience with a one-on-one specialist taking you step-by-step, hand-holding you through the onboard process. It's a necessity in my opinion. I don't even know how people do it without it. It is worth its weight in gold. Like, you are going to have your account set up for success. And if you're doing it at this point in the year, I highly recommend you using the code there to save some money. It is an amazing software we're getting used to. We're getting in. I'm sitting here literally as I record this, looking at my software, looking at my budget, looking at the jobs we completed the other day, building out routes. Like, I use it. It's on my computer hours a day now. And so it's been awesome. The Crew app is awesome. Still figuring it out as we go. We'll do a little more in depth when we get finished up with onboarding totally. We'll do a little more in depth talk on it. But that's kind of where we're at. If you want help with anything, again, reach out. Let me know. I'll help you however I can. Together in the Trades is coming up July the 23rd, 24th, 25th. I think I can never remember those dates. I know I'm pretty sure it's the last weekend in July though. Let me pull that calendar up here and just confirm for you. It is the 25th, 26th, 27th, 28th. And so maybe it's the 26th or the 28th. I don't know. But togetherinthetrades.com, get those tickets. It's a cruise. We're going to the Bahamas, I believe, and a day at Coco Cay or something like that. 2 days, a conference, half days. We got the Brentzel's, the Almonds, the Fullertons, the Creels, and Brad and Timmy Miller with Tandem Marriage are coming in to speak. We'll be there. This is the kind of stuff, guys. This is the kind of stuff I just preached on. Spend some money, get around the right people. You get in a very small circle of people. You get in a group of 50 to 100 people on a cruise ship that are trying to grow their businesses and take their business to new heights. You spend $3,000 or $4,000 to do that. You think it's worth it? You have good conversations. You grow friendships out of it. I'd say it's worth it. And so head over to togetherinthetrades.com. Put that stuff in there. Book your ticket. We'll see you in Bahamas. That's all I got for you today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. It means the world that we get to come to you each and every week here 3 times a week. Again, Marriage Mondays on Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Guys just coming in, guest interviews. Shows like today, walking through the days into the life, all the things that go along into running a business. It's a wild journey out there. It's a crazy world that we live in. But we love it. We're growing one day at a time, and I love taking you along with us. So if we can ever help, reach out. We'd love to help you any way possible. But without any further ado, guys, that's going to wrap this one up, and we look forward to catching up with everybody here on the next one.
Thanks for tuning in to the Growing Green podcast. It is an honor to have you listening, and we hope you receive valuable advice to help take your business to the next level. Don't forget to follow the podcast so you'll be notified when our next episode drops.